Welcome aboard USS Constellation. Very nice to have everyone with us.
Great. We look forward to being here.
All 4 decks ready for you.
All 4 decks?
All 4 decks.
Let's go and
historic cargo hold.
Yes, let's go and explore.
Right ahead. Let us know.
Hi, kids. Welcome to the Captain Baltimore Show. We're aboard the USS Constellation today. And my special crew is Amy and Barry. Yay! Yay, wave. Barry's a little shy. Amy's not. Actually, it's the other way around. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Get ready.
USS Constellation. There's a grand lady in Baltimore who has taken her rightful place as the Inner Harbor's Crown Constellation century of service embraced the ages of sail, steam, gas, diesel, and nuclear power. Imagine that, launched in 1854 and still afloat. Even more exciting, visitors can come aboard Constellation and explore to their heart's content. On board Constellation, history comes alive as visitors touch, feel, and experience what life was like for sailors during the Civil War. Just bring your imagination. The second of 3 U.S. Navy vessels to carry the same venerable name. The first, the frigate Constellation, was built right here in Baltimore at Harris Creek and launched in 1797. Known as the Yankee Racehorse, the frigate Constellation was one of the first 6 ships built by the United States Navy. The ship you see here, the sloop of war Constellation, was built at the Gosport Navy Yard in Portsmouth, Virginia, and launched in 1854. But it's the sloop of war Constellation that's here in Baltimore today, and the Chesapeake Bay has always been central to her story.
Hey kids, we're down in the captain's cabin. Let me give you a little tour of what's going on down here. Let's go. Over here, we have my bed. Har, 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 har. That's where I sleep.
And your railing so you don't fall.
And the railing so I won't fall.
Why do you have suspenders?
Suspenders that keeps me in there as well. And there goes my desk where I can write notes and read on different places on where we're going to go. All right, now let's try another one of the
bathroom.
Well, yes, this is the bathroom. This is the starboard bathroom. This is my private. Actually, they called it the washroom. Har har. This is the wonderful washroom where the captain was able to look over himself, bathe, yes, and could actually still see what was going on. Now, let's go to another one of the rooms down here. Let's go to the kitchen.
This way? I thought it was that way. Yeah, me too. I thought it was that way. Down
the kitchen
is
over here. Well, this is actually what they call the pantry. This is where all the dishes were stored. This is where the pots and some of the pans and silverware was stored. This is the captain's table. This is where the officers ate. Not all of the sailors ate at this table. They had to find some other space. Well, there are other spaces for the regular soldiers to eat. But this is where the officers ate with the captain. All right. Now, let me show you where the cannons are and how they're situated. How many cannons do you see out there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And it's 8 on this side, and it's called?
I think there are 9 actually.
They're actually 9. Because there's one all the way at the very front, and then there are 9 on the other side. That is great. And we can see up here, this is how they kept the cannons clean. Yes, this is how they kept the cannons clean, so that when they put the mortar and the ball back in, they were able to make sure. And this is one of the balls, right here.
It's clean though.
And it's clean, yes, and it's not going to go anywhere because they have to fire it up. Isn't that great? So now we're going to go all the way forward, and then we're going to go upstairs on deck. Let's go. So watch your head because it gets a little bit lower down as we go forward.
And exit sign.
And that's the exit. And this is where they kept some of the powder for for the guns and for the cannons. And you notice they had to put rope so that sometimes when the cannons were shooting, the cannon would shoot back, so they were able to pull it forward. Yes, nice, thick, strong ropes. Very strong ropes. Okay. This is our wonderful stove. You want to talk about it? Over here, we have a stove, and it's already ready with, what is your favorite beverage? Well, what is your parents' favorite beverage? Coffee and tea, and they would heat the water as well. Right over here, on a stove, on a ship. Imagine that. And over here, yes, we have the bowls with the different kinds of food on it, or cans of food. Most of the time we ate canned food. There's molasses, sauerkraut juice, and vinegar. Vinegar helps make sauerkraut, and other things. Stewed tomatoes, and then there's even stewed apples. Do you like applesauce?
No.
Well, stewed apples is the way they would get applesauce. And it's kind of healthy, very healthy. Sailors had to be healthy, especially when they are away from the sea, away from the land.
Let's go to the farm. You could use the fresh air and exercise.
Must play game. What happened?
Let's go to the farm. Let's go. Let's go.
What can we do at a farm?
I'll show you.
Wow, I didn't know I could have this much fun without pushing buttons. I'm finally getting feeling back in my thumb. Bonus.
It's cool.
It's sweet. Fresh from the farm.
Let's eat. Let's go to a farm.
Welcome back. We are here on the USS Constellation. Whoa! There she blows. It looks like a whale. Get ready. What do you think, Barry? You got your sword ready? What do you think, Amy? You got your sword ready?
I think I'm ready.
You're ready. Okay, we're going to do some battle today. Uh-oh. What is that?
Need another pirate ship.
Another pirate ship? Get ready to do some battling. No. Change my mind. I think we're going to hurry up and get out of here.
She follow.
Go that way. We don't like to fight.
She's
We're going to run this time.
But she's following.
I know. I think with the wind above us, we can get away from them really well. Let's pray for some strong winds. Strong winds. There she blows. We're getting away. Yes, we're getting away. They're further behind us now.
They fired the cannon.
They fired a cannon. Oh no.
They missed the cannon.
That's right. They missed us by a long shot. By a very long shot. We're still going to go. We still have the winds behind us. Oh no! It's the whale! The whale is following us. What are we going to do?
Let it go under us and let us blow us up.
Yes! No! Maybe we can let the whale go after the other ship. That would be great. You know what? Maybe we could throw the whale some food and throw it towards the other ship.
What food?
The food that's downstairs in the galley.
I get it.
Okay, don't go away. We'll be right back. Get ready.
I'm a deep water sailor, just come from Hong Kong. To me way, I blow the man down. If you give me some silver, I'll sing you a song. Oh, give me some time to blow the man down. Behind the 8 ball, I perfect my time. To me way, I blow the man down. Behind the 8 ball, he has wasted his prime. Oh, give him some time to blow the man down.
Wise guy, huh?
Tinkers and tailors and soldiers and all. To me way, I blow the man down. That's one good sailor behind the 8 ball. Oh, give him some time to blow the man down.
15 hairs on a dead man's chest.
Many play parts while sleep in the days of
Come on, baby.
I swiped them up.
Why, that dirty crook. Getting so you can't trust anyone.
Hey, Tom Tiger. Hello. What do you want to talk about? What about the time that I ate your hand? No, man. Like, I ate your hand too. That's all that is. Oh, you want to talk about how we first met? Oh, okay. Okay. So we were both on the island. I was having fun looking for my treasure. This guy so happened to be even here. He was looking for food I ain't even know. So I found the red X, but that's not the only thing red he was looking for. So he pounced on my chest. I was almost depressed. Then he took my hand and he ripped it off. He ate it. Then I wanted revenge. I said I ain't gonna be the only one losing my hand. So he said, then he was laughing in my face saying, what you gonna do? So I took his hand too, and that's how I got this. Now, what are we gonna do now? We both don't got no hand, okay? How about we put them on? Then he said, okay, what do you wanna do now? And I said, how about we go to Taco Bell's around the corner? Then we got the Nacho Supreme. Then we said, you're not that bad. And then we said, you know what? Now I wasn't only looking for food, I was also looking for friends. How about you?
Hey, Captain Jake, that's not the true story of how we met. No, I'll tell the true story of how we met. It was me that had the treasure, and I was digging my treasure, and you walked up and said, hey, do you need a hand with that? And so I took it.
Hey, Gordy. Hey, Couch.
Whoa, somebody stop the ride.
I'm going to the farmer's market. Want to come?
Gee, Cornelia, I don't feel so good.
You'd feel better if you ate fresh, healthy food from the farm, like peaches or watermelon.
Sweet.
I've never eaten a real peach before.
Well, let's go. Look, there's all sorts of yummy stuff to eat at your local farmer's market. What's the matter, guys?
How do you open the wrapper?
It's cool.
It's sweet. Fresh from the farm.
Let's eat. Let's go to a farm.
Alrighty, so now we're here with the USS Constellation crew. This is Chief Frank. I've seen him actually blow the cannons on the 4th of July.
Okay.
Okay, and action?
Well, that wasn't really me, of course, but I took over that job, and I'm usually pretty good at blowing stuff up on our nice ship.
And hold on to your ears, and also hold on to your belly when that cannon blows.
This is very true.
Yes. So do you have a question for Chief?
Is it fun working on the ship?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot better than a real job. You get to hang around ships in the water all day, and it's a very historic ship, and they let me blow stuff up with a cannon and pay me to do it.
Awesome. Wouldn't you like to do that, Barry? You can? How about you, Amy?
What if it starts to rain?
Then we don't fire.
Oh,
What if it rains while you're on the ship?
Then the nice boat gets wet.
And then you pump it out?
No, it dries off. Like to this.
Oh,
It's not a boat, it's a ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a major
a
difference.
boat would be like, I don't know the difference.
A ship is a vessel, they're all vessels. A ship is a vessel big enough to carry smaller boats, like lifeboats and sort of boats. So this is a ship.
Right, because we would never see a ship on top of a boat, right? Because the boat would probably sink.
Yes. Only submarines are always called boats.
What's your favorite part of being on board?
Firing a cannon, of course. That's an easy
How do
one.
you fire a cannon?
Very
With
carefully.
fire?
Not with fire, actually.
We use a little piece of metal, a little metal tube called the primer. It's like a firecracker with gunpowder in it. And we set that off first. It shoots fire down to the gunpowder charge, and that makes the cannon go.
And Chief, would you tell us some of the things that you have to do before when people are around and the cannon goes off?
Sure.
There's some special instructions. Hold this down just a little
Absolutely.
bit.
The biggest thing is keeping people back, because that little primer, that little metal tube we use to actually fire the cannon, that takes off like a missile, and it could come down on anyone or fly off in a wrong direction, which it usually doesn't do. So the most important thing is keeping people back and keeping an eye on what we call the passing box. That's what we bring out the. That's what we use to bring out the gunpowder charge and the primers. And the primers that actually fire the gun, they're actually poisonous explosives. So we have a bunch of those and a packed charge ready to blow. So passing boxes are dangerous. So we have to keep an eye on people and make sure they're safe.
Yes, and I also heard that you have to hold your stomach sometimes, or how you have to breathe.
Oh, that was for the real guns. The real guns, you had to breathe out when they were firing them, because they changed the air pressure on the gun deck, and of course the blast could cause bleeding of the internal organs.
So you have to be careful how you breathe.
But only in real life, because they use 9 pounds of gunpowder for firing.
The 9 pounds,
Yes, the real guns, they use 9 pounds of gunpowder, blew all the air away from your body. The force of the blast, with the change in pressure, from higher pressure inside the body, can actually cause hemorrhaging of the internal organs, internal bleeding, just from the force of the blast.
So all the guys that shot off the cannons, they had to learn how to breathe correctly.
Breathing out when the cannon fired, covering their ears, but they still went deaf. Everyone still went deaf in real life. Because the explosions were so powerful and repeated over and over, couldn't avoid it.
So there probably weren't that many musicians on deck.
Probably not, no. Maybe some drum players, fife and drum players, but that's about it.
Wow.
Who's the biggest guest you've had on board?
Well, I can think of 2. The current mayor of Baltimore briefly visited once, and the new guy who is on that television show Man vs. Food was here. The show came to Baltimore to film episodes at a couple of local places, and they were going through Inner Harbor filming bits for an introduction to Baltimore, and they stopped aboard the ship. I told him to stay away from my Subway sandwich. I really did.
Oh my goodness. So you know who the mayor is, right, Barry? Okay, Miss Catherine Pugh.
Yes, she came aboard. She's been aboard a couple of times, actually.
We're going to go for a break right now.
Let's rock to the clock. Let's move our feet. Sway to the beat. And rock, rock, rock. Lean to the left. Let's rock to the clock. Let's move our feet. Sway to the beat. And rock, rock, rock. Lean to the left. Sway to the right. And rock, rock, rock. Turn your head. Flip it all around. Clap your wings to the funky sound. If you want to dance and rock, raise your feet and give us a rock.
thoughts that you had, last thoughts that you might have for visitors on the ship?
Sure. What I always like to share is how very historic Constellation is. This is the last all-wood, all-sail vessel the U.S. Navy ever built. The very last of her kind, still floating from the American Civil War era, a true priceless national historic relic. And Constellation led the fight against the slave trade. Very much the good guys who broke the slave trade, freed slaves.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Chief. We're going to go for a break right now.
Our pleasure indeed. Very nice to have everyone aboard. Welcome to Constellation.
where milk comes from.
The refrigerator!
Before that.
The grocery store!
Why don't we visit a farm and see where milk really comes from?
Yeah. It's always a good idea to get down to the root of things.
Let me try! My turn!
Visiting a farm is a great way to learn.
It's an utter sensation.
Hey, give the udders a turn. Get it? Udders.
It's cool.
It's sweet.
Fresh from the farm.
Let's eat. Let's go to a farm.
In Baltimore, thank you very much for coming. You two kids, very nice having everyone with us aboard USS Constellation. Come see us again real soon. We'll be waiting for you. And be real careful going ashore. Watch your step.
Yes, sir.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, Chief.
You're very welcome, Captain.
All right.
You are very welcome, guys. Nice meeting you.
Say thank you, Barry.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Barry.
Mark the plank now. Har, har, har.
Thank you for everything. Thanks for all the everything.
That was different.
Yeah, we do. We do Captain Baltimore every once in a while, but we do, you know. But so you didn't get to see Captain. No, very few people.